I traveled to Perkinsville, Vermont to meet Lisa Curry-Mayer, who's painting us something very special for our dining room. Lisa.
Hi, Kevin.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
It's been a while, almost 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So last time I was here, you were working on a beautiful piece of artwork for our Belmont homeowners, canvas floor cover.
Right.
And so by an amazing coincidence, our homeowners actually found you all on their own.
Yeah, they found me on my website and they filled out a little form and they put the address down, and I looked at the address and said, no way, that's the house directly across the street from where I grew up. So I called them up and it had to be, right?
Literally across the street.
Literally directly across the street.
And then what they asked you for is sort of right in your lane too.
Yeah, they wanted the historic elements, which is what I really like to focus on doing the research of the town at the time the house was built.
Right, and it's already underway.
It is. It's upstairs, and I can show you how it's coming along.
Let's get to it.
So here we are. We've got the full-size canvas, and they're up on the wall so that I can paint them from my various steps where I create the background.
Mm-hmm.
When I start with the sky, I need the whole panel exposed so that I can do all of the layers of the colors and shades of the sky. And then I apply this thistle, which is a running motif that I'm going to have going all the way around the room.
So directly inspired from the house, right? Because we've got thistle carved into the house. Our original homeowner was Scottish, so he loves his thistle.
That's right. So then I moved the whole piece up so that it's at the height that it will actually be in the house. This is where the chair rail is.
Oh, right. We have wainscoting below it.
Right.
All right. And your scene is coming together. I recognize our house, at least.
Yeah, that's your house. This is the Rodenbush School, the Frost School. This is my house back here.
Oh, you worked yourself into it.
That's me and my pony Bluebell.
Oh, that's terrific. So how do you decide on the story and the theme and such?
So it all starts with a bunch of research.
Okay, where?
I started at the Westford Historical Society, and they gave me a whole bunch of really good information, maps and photographs.
Map of the town, obviously.
So this is 1886. It predates the house a little bit, but gives me a lot of information about the significant buildings in the town.
But then they give you photographs.
These are 1950s photographs.
Wow, what an elegant looking house right there. That is awesome. She is a beauty. Oh, and then sketches?
So then I go to a pen and ink sketch, and I show what I plan to have going on in the mural. This one has a story of fox hunting. There's going to be a little hound that gets away and somebody chasing after the hound. So that's all played out on the sketches that I present to the customer. So then I do a full color sketch.
Sketch? This is a piece of artwork in and of itself. Someone would love to have this.
This is my roadmap. This is what I give to the customer so they can see what I have in mind for the coloring and the lighting. And just the general content of it.
The story comes to life, so now we see the house, but you've introduced the fox hunt, some of the town. So you've taken this, gotten approval, it starts to go to this. I know I interrupted you, but are you in a position to continue painting?
I am. I'm going to start painting on these trees right in this area.
I'd love to see your work if you will entertain us.
Okay. So this is a direct-to-metal acrylic house paint.
And by direct to metal, you mean that a house painter who was painting a metal surface, this is what they would do.
Yeah, but the benefit of it is that it is very flexible. So I'm just going to rough in the shape of the tree. This is sort of a low shrub. You get the general shape in, and then I'm just going to apply highlight on the light side. Light's coming from the left on this one, all the way around the room.
So a piece of work like this is, I mean, truly custom. You've made it for the homeowners with their scene, but you're even taking into account the light source that applies to that room.
Right. So the light will be coming
from over
here,
there.
over
Bay
here.
window, right?
Right.
Just to your left.
So that's why the light is coming this way on it. And as I go around the room, the wall that has the cabinet in it will have the light directly on it. This is just a general start of these trees, and I will go back in once they're dry and do more detail work on them just to flesh them out a little bit more. I am using a process and the methods of Rufus Porter, who is an itinerant painter from in the mid-1800s, traveled around New England and beyond, painting murals on people's walls.
No, that's like a thing, like a traveling mural painter?
Yeah, there were a lot of them. He was the leader of the pack, so to speak.
How did you come across him?
I had always been following him, and he's a cousin of mine, so...
Wait, you actually related to Rufus?
I am. He's a third cousin, 6 times removed, I believe.
Wow, so this was like really meant to be, the kind of connection that you have to the house, the scene, and now the style are quite strong.
It's so fun. I can't wait to see it all up on the wall.
Neither can we. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Kevin.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
In a couple of weeks since Chile, Vermont. You brought help?
I did. I brought Charlie along with me to hang this thing.
Charlie, nice to meet you. So our dining room, you told us that you were going to start with the main panel, I think, right?
Yeah.
What is the process for prepping the wall and then installing the canvas?
So we've pasted it once and we let it dry, and then we paste it again, and then we hold the canvas up to it and smush it up against the wall.
Heavy canvas, a lot of paste.
Yes.
Okay. And then when it comes to positioning, I see you've actually shot a laser around the whole perimeter?
Yeah, we have a laser showing us where the top of those thistles go.
All right, well, I'm going to excuse myself because I kind of want to be surprised with the whole finished product, so.
Yep, can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you. So with this, we're just trying to get all the bubbles out from behind so that it's nice and flat to the wall. This tape is put here to act as a guide for us. This is roughly where the cut mark should be.
Let's head this way because this dining room, this is one of the biggest transformations in the entire house. This is remarkable.
I know, isn't it? I don't know if you remember, Kevin, but it was down to the studs. The bay window was all rotted. Really, the only thing that was left was the wainscoting and some of the trim.
Right, and now look at it. And so even the wainscoting wasn't in great condition because it was old and it had the water damage, but you guys saved it and even went to replicate it.
Yeah, and if you take a look here, there's some secret storage in the wainscoting.
That's awesome. So
yeah.
this is new, but a perfect match to what was on the wall and is still on the wall.
Yep, and look at the hutch.
So what's the story behind this?
We basically found an antique hutch and we removed the bottom and then we stuck the top right into the wall.
And the magic here was making this wall a little deeper so that you could get all the storage in, right?
Exactly. Right.
Now, as good as an idea as this was, I have to say that in this room, it's all about these walls. So this one's got a story, right?
It sure does. We always wanted a mural, and I found Lisa, the artist, and she had some history growing up actually across the street. And we wanted an equestrian theme, a fox hunt, and she ended up putting pieces from the town.
This is your house right here.
That's our house. Behind it is the house that she grew up in, and some of our pets are sprinkled throughout.
I mean, it finishes the room probably.
It
really
this
does.
is our vision.
And the bay window is a big feature in here. No longer rotted. This one's been completely brought back.
All replicated by Tom. So we have a view of our porch and my future home, the carriage house.
Yeah, that's terrific.